Living out here in the Mallee is absolutely beautiful. More beautiful than I could have ever imagined it would be. We go to bed at night and you hear all sorts of wildlife, and in the morning there's just the birds chattering, and it's just absolutely beautiful. 3 generations of family members have farmed. Jim's father, Jim, and of course now our family as well. The Longridge Grove is thoughtfully laid out. It's topographically mapped, all the high areas are planted. Jim is an outstanding horticulturalist, and we're really fortunate that he brought a whole lot of skills that he learned from his previous farming days to this operation, and the results speak for themselves. They're outstanding.
The property size is 660 hectares, which is close to 1,750 acres. On that we run 87,000 trees at this point in time with room for expansion. This makes us one of the largest orchards in Australia. The trees will flower in October, they will set fruit, and over summer, well, with the heat of the summer, they will accumulate oil. That accumulation carries on through to around the end of April, at which time we harvest the fruit. The harvesting on our property is done with the straddle harvester. It allows us to move very quickly and take the fruit off fast, and it keeps the quality of the fruit very high right through to the processing. It's quite common for us to work 24 hours a day during harvest.
Everyone knows Australia makes great extra virgin olive oil, and Longridge is quite unique in that we have some beautiful varieties here that perform differently here than they do elsewhere. And we're able to make a really lovely mild to medium style oil with lots of fruit and pepperiness, which is really, really sought after in some of our overseas and domestic markets.
One of the good things about the Australian olive industry in general is the speed at which we're able to take the fruit off and get it processed quickly. At the processing plant, the fruit is put through a stick and leaf remover, and then it's weighed. From there it goes into a crusher where all the fruit is broken into very small pieces, and then it is warmed and malaxed in order to allow the oil to be released from the cell wall and into a solution. From there it goes into a centrifuge, and the oil is floated off from the centre of the centrifuge, and then it runs into a second centrifuge which cleans the oil, and then it's ready for eating. There's no other process involved. The good thing about olive oil is that it is very natural. There is nothing that needs to be added. It is ready to eat straight from the fruit.
Raising kids on a farm is incredibly rewarding. It's funny. There's been some great times out here. They have a lot of freedom to be and do whatever they want to do.
You understand them, they understand you, and we actually have a lot of similarities in the way we think, and so problem solving has always been great.
They're down the shed, they're creating, they're out there exploring the world and having an absolute blast.
You can throw ideas around and the kids really have a great input, and so that has been fantastic, really.
It's just lovely watching kids and young people interact with all the animals. I think it's rewarding on so many different levels.
The future of farming is going to be highly technological, and the kids are pulling their weight very well in that area, in all aspects.
The skills that they now bring to the family are fantastic. It's such a big mix of things, from robotics and engineering to IT, horticultural skills. We even have one boy that loves to fly over the property in his hang gliders. We have fantastic weather. It's very rarely a bad day out here.
The weather is very pleasant. It can get a little bit too hot in summer, but in general it's really, really pleasant.
I think we're incredibly blessed to live in such a beautiful part of the world, and it's fortunate that in this beautiful part of the world we also get to grow olives, so it's a win-win for us. I get feedback from people from all over the world on a daily basis that tell us how much they love our olive oil. It is so incredibly humbling and rewarding to get this sort of information, because it makes all the hard work that goes into this orchard over the years absolutely worthwhile. I wouldn't change anything.
I like the climate, I like the work we do, I like the trees, I like the fact that the product is really good. It's healthy for people to eat, and there's just nothing I'd change about it.